I understand how hard it is to live this life sometimes. You just want to provide for your family. And so you're watching this video, you're from India, you're from the Philippines, and you want an opportunity and a way to move to Israel, and I completely understand and respect that. So please stay tuned for every minute of this video because I'm going to go step by step how you are going to be able to get a job in Israel as a caregiver. Now, whether you're trying to move here for a short amount of time or you want to move here for the rest of your life, I've met some people that have left their families behind and they want to make money and provide for their families in Israel and send that money back to their country. And I've met many, many caregivers who do that. So it's not very easy to get a job in Israel if you're a foreigner, if you're from a different country. And the type of visa you need to get specifically is what's called a B1 visa if you want to come to Israel and be a caregiver, which means to take care of the elderly people inside of Israel. Now, you might have a nursing degree, you probably do. You probably have plenty of experience in the medical field. And if you move here, as I've seen quite often, the most common races or the most common countries that I've seen people come in out of is India and the Philippines, and I've seen them around Tel Aviv, which is where I live, and they're taking care of the elderly people. So the first thing you need to understand is, in order to move here, you have to have an Israeli citizen bring you here. So if there's an elderly person, for example, somebody who's over 70 years old and his kids are working full-time jobs, they're married, they have their family and their lives to handle, they'll want to bring somebody in to take care of their parents, obviously. And that's where the caregiver comes in. Now, you have to be chosen and invited, in essence, to move to Israel by an elderly person, by an Israeli citizen. First, that Israeli citizen is going to have to do paperwork. He's going to have permission to hire somebody and to hire an employee, because you're going to be the employee, you're going to be the caregiver, so you'll be the employee of this person. So in essence, this elderly person has to open a business and be able to hire somebody, which is paperwork in itself. The paperwork in itself is saying, hey, can I bring somebody in out of the country? Am I even permitted to hire somebody and bring someone in out of the country? Now, if they are permitted by the government, then and only then they'll issue the B1 visa for one specific patient, meaning one person. You can't come to Israel and take care of a bunch of older people. You're not going to be able to do that. You'll be issued one person. And I've met some people who have side hustles, meaning they take care of the elderly person and they also have side jobs to make some extra money so they can send that home. And the B1 visa is only going to be valid for 1 year at a time. So every year the B1 visa has to be renewed. So first the person goes to the government and asks the government, please let me hire somebody, please let me bring someone in out of the country. Then they will go to a manpower company, meaning a company that hires people and looks out for people that are you want to contact a manpower company in Israel, a job agency, a headhunter, somebody who can help you to find a job in Israel. So it's a company you're looking for. Now the company will connect you then with the elderly citizen, if that makes sense. So you go to the company, you ask the company, and I'm sure they'll ask you for a bunch of documents. Make sure all your documents and paperwork are ready with your nursing certification, and reach out to them and ask them for help to find a job. And that's your very, very first step. So get on the phone, get on the internet, and find these headhunters who are specifically specializing in putting you, the care workers, to work so that you can find a job They'll connect you with an elderly person, and then you can become a caregiver living in Israel. If that makes sense. All of it should make sense. It was pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will certainly reply. And if you need anything else, well, subscribe, because I'm going to constantly make videos just like this one to help you so that you can move to Israel and get a job that you want. Take care.